Angela.
Hello, everyone. Hello, Khushboo.
Hi, Angel. Happy to be here.
Me too. Me too. Thank you. Thank you for this possibility that we're gonna share with people today and during our upcoming class. So, as you can see on the screen, is the Talk to the Entities business hours. So, some of you may know what is it. Some of you may don't know what is it. So, we would like to introduce you to that topic and also to also share some experiences that we had with doing Talk to the Entities business hours. So it's a specialty that Talk to the Entities specialty, and it's also something we talk about during the Talk to the Entities beginning class. It's the first class we have to start introducing people to Talk to the Entities, and when we started to acknowledge this and add this new possibility, it created a lot of things for all of us, for the facilitators, but also for all the participants. So we would like to share that. So, Khushboo, can you tell us what is it? Business hours with entities.
Well, business hours is like giving entities, the spirits that you're working with, that you're aware of, an appointment. You know how doctors, lawyers, etc., give their clients appointments. I'll see you from this hour to this hour, so that they don't come banging in the middle of the night. You are basically organizing your entity awareness with business hours and giving them a specific time in the day. So where you give your full attention to it and you go through the tools of TTT, so that you're not at the effect of your entity awareness for the rest of your day, but you're affecting your entity awareness in a more efficient way.
Yes, and because like a lot of people before they start to learn talk to the entities tools, they said how much they are like impacted by the entity activities with often without realizing that it's entity activity because it's something that happened for the half of their life for most of people and for all their life for others, and
Correct.
and so it's a great way to really like become aware of what's going on in your universe and be the dominant entity that yes, I am choosing what I want to deal with and when. So
Yeah.
it's not like refusing, rejecting all the entity activity. It's like organizing your life like with that, like when you are in your life and dealing with the regular stuff, and then when you want to deal with the spirit world that wants to talk with you, to gift you, to be present with you, or many things they can do with you, or they want them to be cleared or whatever. So it's when you start to be present with that. And what I found, it's like it's a huge gifting and receiving. It's like really like something that you will give to the spirit world, but you will receive a lot from the spirit world because it will start muscle your muscle of the entity awareness. You will do your experience and you will learn how the energy is shifting, how you are different after that, because be you will be different after that for sure.
For sure. So what you said was correct. Like, so for me, a lot of my entity awareness symptoms, or let me say entity rejection symptoms, started going away after I started becoming regular with my business hours. And I didn't realize that those symptoms, for example, headache, waking up with like allergic attacks, etc., etc., I didn't realize till I actually became more um, present with my business hours, how much those were actually my symptoms of entity rejection.
Mm-hmm.
So doing the business hours, so if you're someone who's done talk to the entities beginning class already, and you've already started building that muscle, and you're not sure about what to do with the business hours, this series especially for that, because we've been doing this for so many years. Each one of us has a different flavor with these business hours. It's never the same. So the business hours is not like this one structure that I follow, this one prescription that I follow every day. It's actually so different because the kind of spirits you're aware of change every day based on where you are, what's happening in the world, etc., etc. So this speciality is designed to give you more awareness of your spirit awareness and how you can build your muscle of business hours, um, in a far more efficient way from everything that you've already built as your foundation starting with the beginning class.
Yes,
Does that
it's
make sense?
definitely
Yeah.
like learning from what you know from your own experience, because like all the everything about consciousness and talk to the entities, it's really about acknowledging what you know. It's nothing from your mind. You cannot learn the manual and know everything and say,
Yeah.
okay, I can talk with entities like this. No, it's like an experience you do and you digest and you be. It's a space of being, a tools that you can start to become that will make you the space of talking and being with entities and receiving and cooperating with the spiritual. So this is for me like the best exercise, um, to grow your muscle for that. And as you said, it's like definitely not so, it's not so complicated, but we make it so complicated because we think that learning and doing exercise is the same way when we were kids and we were at school. We need to have like this discipline, like, and being like really linear. And everything about access consciousness and talk to the deities, it's so different. So this is where we wanted to invite you to start to do this. I don't know how to say in English, but it's like a kindergarten with tools, and then we
Yeah.
just play together and we do our experience, and this is a great invitation. So it can also be sometimes 4 minutes, like, but when you do your business hour by yourself, it can be 4 minutes, it can be 10 minutes, it can be 20 minutes, and it can be when you are like driving your car, or when you just walk outside, or when you brush your teeth. So
Yeah.
it's definitely not complicated, but it's also great to be able to see different way to do that and empower yourself to start following the energy of exactly what is required when it's required. Because as you say, like, depends where you are in the world, it's totally different. Like last
Yeah.
week I was in Prague. I just landed in Prague, and then the entity activity was so different that I was
Yeah.
started to be impacted and angry and then intense. So until I acknowledged that, and I started to
Yeah.
shift that, and less I'm doing my own business hour because I did a lot in the past. So now I'm more becoming the tools of facilitation of the spirit world without having to like do everything energetically. But I be that. So, but
Yeah.
depends. Sometimes I'm arriving in a new place that my muscles doesn't really know the space. So, for example, India or like Prague last week, and then I need to adjust and redo my business hours. So it's really interesting. It's really a tool for your life that you can always have in your pocket and energetically be congruent with that to learn how you can just go in a different wave. And also it will grow with the time because everything that happened to you, you can handle that. So you can have other situation in your future that you be able to learn because you grow your muscle now.
Yeah. Exactly. And as Shannon says business hours is actually essential to have sanity with your entity awareness. So what happens is, and I've spoken to a few people after they've done their TTT beginning class, and they think, oh, I think my business hours are like 24 hours a day. Like I've always, as it doesn't have to be this way. You don't have to be at the effect of your entity awareness. You can begin to have choice with it. So what business hours actually gives you is a space to have choice, is a space where you get to say, you know what, from this time to this time, and I'll put my attention here fully. And it shifts, changes so much. So if you're someone out there who's done a beginning class, and then you open those floodgates of your awareness that you were always aware of, and you are somewhere where you're uncomfortable with it yet still, business hours will start giving you, if you've not already been doing business hours, getting present with your business hours will start giving you that space that you know you should have always had. So, where you don't have to reject the entities, where you can embrace your entity awareness and your gifts and abilities with it, and where you can begin to have more choice. So, if you've done TTT beginning and you're still wondering, where is my choice here? Like, why am I still at the effect of these entities? Well, business hours can start giving you more of that.
Totally, totally. Awesome. So we're gonna start on May 28th for 7 call until June 22nd. I think it's $200 and 180 euro. And Khushboo and me are really excited to co-facilitate this class because it's always interesting to co-facilitate with another facilitator who has his own awareness and space to use the tools. So we're also gonna learn from each of us, and also with you, you can also ask some question and during the call and between each call to see where we can go also with the next call. So it's really
Yeah.
interactive, and we will co-create this business hour all together. So if we I'm going to add the registration link under the description under the video, and yes, would you like to add anything else, Kujo?
I think country pricing applies. So $200 is the 100% access pricing. And we're going to have 2 calls per week, I think. So you will have space in between every call to sort of put into action what we did in the first call in your own way. So how does it get better? Are you
Yeah, like
ready
put in
to?
action. Sorry.
Yeah. No, no, continue. It's okay.
Oh, I wanted to say, yeah, put in action and also like acknowledge, like starting to get the fruits of what you plant,
Yeah.
in the during the class. So it would be exciting to see what we can co-create together.
Awesome. Thank you so much. See you guys.
Thank you and see you. Bye.